We are bound for glory. No, literally, we are bound for glory. It is tomorrow night, but before then, it's time for the go-home show, the TNA Impact on Spike TV. This was the 22nd of October, 24 hours before we get into Bound for Glory, and that means Abyss, Rhino, Jeff Hardy and Sabu are about to have their last supper because they're getting locked up before the Monsters Ball match.
There's no food and drink, it's just darkness to the top.
I just didn't understand this whole gimmick. It's like, I could maybe get it if they were doing it with Abyss, and this is Abyss's way of like getting in the mind frame for a Monsters Ball match, because we did get his manager, whose name is completely...
James Mitchell.
James Mitchell, that's the one I was looking for. Father James Mitchell. He did say that Abyss had a kind of grew up like this, and he'd be locked in rooms with no food. But, like, what would Jeff Hardy not getting food? Is he going to care? As long as he's got crack or heroin.
Crack cocaine.
Heroin. He doesn't need food. He just needs his needles and shit. But anyway, let's move into the show. So, opening match, Samoa Joe. This was billed as his Spike TV debut. He defeated Alex Skipper with Simon Diamond. Simon Diamond's a bit of a jobber. Alex Skipper's a bit of a jobber. Samoa Joe, easy win. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, nothing else to it. Samoa Joe was obviously going to win this, but it's weird. I think this is his debut. I feel like he's already had a match or something, but we haven't seen him, so...
Samoa Joe still has not been pinned. He still has not been defeated.
He'll keep that going for a long while, won't he?
Not pinned, not submitted. Tag team title match up next. America's Most Wanted with Gail Kim taking on the Naturals for the tag team titles. And I thought this was probably the best match that we've seen so far since TNA moved to Spike TV. Really good match. The Naturals were busted open, both of them bleeding. We had Jeff Jarrett getting involved, low blows, bottles to the head. The Gail Kim got involved. The Naturals tried to hit the Natural Disaster. Jeff Jarrett came to the rescue, and then Chris Harris smashed the bottle over Chase Stevens' face, busting him open. And I thought it was a good match and a good win for America's Most Wanted. AMW and Jeff Jarrett continued to beat up the Naturals after the match. But yeah, for me, definitely the best match we've seen on Impact so
It was
far.
really good, and it's weird because the Naturals just seem to disappear for thin air soon, don't they?
I don't know who the Naturals are. Now, keep in mind, I've only picked this up. We've only picked this up over the past, 3 weeks? So
yeah, but I knew who they were before we watched this.
I've heard of them, but I couldn't really tell you who they are. In terms of individuals.
2001 WCW to me.
Well, maybe they were in WCW, but you know what? Pretty decent tag team. And this has been an okay feud between America's Most Wanted and the Naturals. Will the Naturals get a chance to win back their belts at Bound for Glory? Possibly. We move in to the next match. It's Bobby Roode with Scott D'Amore versus Ron Killings with BG James. So Robert Roode gets the win here. We have Kip James came down at ringside. He wants to, I guess, discuss issues with BG James. He refers to him as his brother. Conan came down and attacked Kip James. So this caused a distraction on Ron Killings and he ended up losing the match. I mean, Kip James, I guess, wants something to do with BG James, but the rest of the Free Live crew are afraid that...
I'm not a fan of the names. Kip James, BG James, like, what is this? I mean, come on, man. And Conan, why can't they just work together?
Has BG James got anything to do with Billy Gunn?
I'm going to, and Kip...
What's Kip got to do with?
I don't know, like, but they're formerly known as Billy Gunn and the Road Dog. They have to keep on mentioning that, don't they?
Yeah, but Bobby Roode got the win when he cracked a hockey stick over the back of Ron Killings. So Bobby Roode got the win. We then got an interview backstage. Shane Douglas and Jeff Hardy and Monty Brown was there. And Abyss was there. No, not Jeff Hardy. Jeff Jarrett, sorry. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Hardy was too busy on drugs to do this interview. Monty Brown said he doesn't want to team with Jeff Jarrett, but he will because Jarrett still owes him one. Jeff Jarrett says that Monty Brown pulled the deal off the table. He said if you want a title shot, you have to impress me. This is the playoffs, and you can't afford to lose.
Good line for Jarrett there.
It was a good line for Jarrett, but I mean, overall, it seemed a bit off. These two guys obviously wanting title shots and have to team with Jarrett, so they're not really enjoying it. Monty Brown obviously sees himself as a future world champion, but Jeff Jarrett needs these guys, I guess, tonight because he is teaming up with them in the main event. And that is what we go to next. The main event of TNA, 6-man mayhem. It's Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown, and Abyss with Father James Mitchell. Father, forgive my sins. Versus AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Lance Hoyt. Lance Hoyt in the main event.
The whole match is just strung together weird, isn't it? Like, you've got Styles is feuding with Daniels. He's in there. Jarrett's not really got a beef with anybody. Abyss, alright, him against Jeff. And then obviously, like, you've got Python against Hoyt. But it just seemed weird, didn't it? It just seemed like a complete throw-together match. With 6 guys, so let's just do this.
Should Kevin Nash not have been in this match?
You know, yeah. He should have been.
Or if AJ's in this match, should Daniels not be in the other team?
Yeah, I think that, to me, that would have been a bit more interesting than what we actually got.
For some, yeah, it's like, they just didn't really, I don't know, it did seem like they just randomly threw 3 heels and 3 faces together.
Or you could just add, like, Daniels to the other team, and Kevin Nash to the other team, and make it 4-on-4.
4-on-4. Cassidy Riley came out during the match and said to Mike Tenay that Raven would be at Bound for Glory. He's a member of the Flock, so it looks like Raven's going to... But is Raven even going to be allowed in? Because we've seen in recent weeks that Raven keeps getting escorted out of the building. AJ Styles went for a move, top rope. Daniels was like, no, not today. Pushed him off. Jeff Jarrett went for the stroke on AJ Styles, but Monty Brown interjected and hit a pounce while Jeff Jarrett was like mid-move going for the stroke. So Jeff Jarrett was trying to hit the stroke, and then AJ Styles had a stroke when Monty Brown hit him with a pounce. Monty Brown got the 1, 2, 3, and he defeats AJ Styles.
Again, I don't get that as well. Should AJ Styles really be the one eating the pin? I feel like AJ Styles has been booked really strong.
True, so maybe he doesn't need to lose. Maybe he can afford a loss here.
Well, maybe, but...
And I guess it adds to the, Jeff Jarrett can't trust Monty Brown because Monty Brown wants that title.
He hoovered it right off him.
But, like, after this match is over, it's like, he doesn't need to trust him anyway, so...
I'll tell you what, though, after this match is over, we hear, whatever Kevin Nash's theme song is.
Well, Sabu showed up first and attacked the Biz. Then we got Jeff Hardy and Rhino fighting. Then we got Monty Brown and Lance Hoyt brawling. So basically everyone who's set to face each other at Bound for Glory are fighting. Kevin Nash, though, take it away. Kevin Nash comes out.
Kevin Nash does come out. I can't actually remember what his theme song is, but it's just like your typical gangster song. And we're like, yes. Then Mike Tenay's like, remember, 30 minutes of Bound for Glory is free. And we're like, what are you saying that for me, Tenay? It's beginning to fade to black. And I'm like, what are you doing, Tenay?
Yeah, Kevin Nash has literally got one knee on the ring apron as he's about to hoist himself up and enter the ring. But before Nash can get into the ring, the show fades to black, and that is it.
One can only assume that before his other quad touched down, it must have just snapped in half and they just cut it.
Is this a timing issue? Is this what they went for? I'm like, sometimes less is more, but fucking hell, teasing Nash coming out and him not even making it to the ring in time before the show was half
timing issue. It's not even live.
Well, that's true.
I mean, what the fuck's it? What's the timing issue?
I don't know. I'm trying to defend it.
For all we know, as soon as Nash put one leg up, the lights in the arena went out and everyone just fucked it up to the back. We don't know what happened.
Live crowd got screwed. Everybody just down tools and fucked off.
I'm surprised if Nash did that. What do you mean I'm not getting paid?
Anyway, it was the go home show for Bound for Glory, the big pay-per-view, TNA's WrestleMania. Although I actually kind of thought it was probably the weakest out of the 4 impacts so far. Not that it was bad. I just thought it was the weakest.
It lacked segments, didn't it?
It did lack segments.
The main event was weird and the ending was shite.
The Bobby Roode match as well was just I like car crash stuff and people being out there for the sake of it, but I felt like it was a bit overdone.
Aye.
Because I feel like
Suso got his hands on
in the tag team title match, he's had quite a lot of shit going down. So did you really need to do the same thing basically in the next match with Bobby Roode and Ron Killings, where you have all these members running, and then in the main event, it's like, I like that, but maybe not every single match have it end in mayhem.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
It's exactly the same rating I'm going to give a guy. 6 out of 10 heading in for Bound for Glory. And you can check out the Bound for Glory review, which will be out tomorrow on the channel, guys. So stay tuned for that. Bound for Glory. Will Kevin Nash be there? Will Kevin Nash's quads make it to the impact zone? I say make it. If he just stays where he is, he'll be there.
Exactly. Maybe he glitched out and just stayed on the apron.
Say what you want, right? But I think it is very cheap, actually, that even for Bound for Glory, they couldn't do it outside the impact zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a shit what level the company's at right now. Their biggest pay-per-view, could they not have tried to bump up and get a half-decent arena?
I know what's
I'm not saying go to the Garden.
Maybe it's like
but
when you're playing GM mode and you start it by accident, rather than like getting all the perks. I mean, that's what TNA did.
I don't think TNA leaves the impact zone until, like, I want to say 2008.
And by that point, like, TNA's peaked. Well, I mean, not peaked, but TNA's already got to a level where it should have left it years ago.
I know, but even in 2000, look at the names they've got. They've got big enough names. I think TNA should have been. I mean, the impact zone holds what? Like 2,000 people max?
Yeah.
I think they should have been looking for a 10,000 seater arena for Bound for Glory.
No excuse, though.
And with Jeff Hardy, Kevin Nash, all those names, man.
It's probably just a way of saving money, though. I mean, obviously, that's what it is.
No, it was. I'm surprised they didn't tape fucking Bound for Glory while they're at it. But no, I just think it's a bad look. I mean, look at ECW. They didn't have much money, but, I mean, fucking they travelled, didn't they?
I don't know how.
The odd time, like, you know. Paul Heyman hired a boss and stuck everybody on it, but, like, you just, I don't know, the big shows, man, you need to travel.
Well, it's the big show.
Well, thank God he didn't show up in TNA. That's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. If Big Show turns up, I'm stopping these reviews. Till then, peace.